damn headphones again,
All right,
bro.
everybody, we're live.
Wait, hold on. Before we start, man, I'm just scared. Like, well, I mean,
Did they
look,
hear
we
you
started.
talking about those headphones?
Yeah, that's why I like. It's just like I looked these up once. All of a sudden, they're an ad. Like, bro, come on now, come on now. Like, they're stealing my data, bro. I'm about to sue.
Why you
But
Privacy,
yeah,
am I right? But yeah. How's
what's up?
everybody's David going?
Very good.
Pretty good. Yeah, I just
All right.
got off work and stuff like that. I'm still hyper and stuff. I actually did like 100 push-ups at work. I was hiding behind cars, just pumping myself. Pause. But yeah, it's just I don't know. Felt like a good workout. I had a lot of energy, so I was like, you know what? Why not just bang out 30? And then I kept doing it.
Yeah. I've been using the foam roller that you recommended, Imani, and it's like literally after I use it, I'm like replenished. I'm like back at 100. So
What's a foam roller?
It's like okay. Imagine a roller, right, with some like edges in it,
yeah,
and it hurts, but it's like kind of like a self massager.
Oh, okay.
So it just like you roll, like you kind of like put it on the ground and you kind of like roll your body over it, and it's supposed to like massage your body a little. So it's just it helps with flexibility a little, and like replenish. Like it's good to do. I think either before, like almost right before you start a workout or right after type thing. So it helps with flexibility and stuff like that. It's like it's similar to stretching but better type thing. So
Yep.
especially us athletes out here, that's why I'm able to go to push carts, and then I'm able to goddamn go straightly to basketball training, come back home and not feel nothing. It's just like because I stretch and do that.
How is that doing the carts? Is it like, do you have to do that during the rain too?
Yeah, it was tough at first. I'm not gonna lie. As a goddamn school student, like it's just like
Oh, yeah.
like it's just like come on. It's like because I think I started during the holiday season, so
Yeah.
it was getting colder, so I had to adapt and stuff like that, and then, like doing school and work and basketball and this, it's like oh my god. But
It's
I
a
got
lot.
used to it. But at
Yeah.
first, bro, I didn't have the clothes. But once I got the gloves and the damn ski suit thing or whatever, I have like something to put over my clothes, and then after that, if it rains, I have a whole raincoat. And so it's just like I'm suited. It's just like I don't feel the cold anymore and stuff like that. My body gets used to it, and like I don't feel the rain either if I got the raincoat on. So I'm definitely good. Shout out to my mom for buying the stuff. But yeah, it's just I don't know. For $15, it's kind of if it's warm, like springtime, and nobody's there, it's not like any holidays coming up. Like it's definitely a good job. And
Just
then
chill.
November comes and it's like hell every other week because the carts are empty. People are zooming in and out. They're asking for the small carts. Like, bro, we don't have enough small carts. And but now it's kind of chill. I got used to it, so it's just that 15 hitting a little.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the same with like fast food where I got used to it and stuff like that, but it's still like annoying. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's just like I feel like the money's not enough, but that's how you gotta live,
Yeah, and it's crazy because I know some dude. I don't want to like put his name out there. Some white dude. He's working out in the fields like a slave for $7.25. Like I don't know what he's doing in the field, but I don't know if it's like a cornfield or something like that. But he's in the fields, hot as hell, working from like I don't know 9 to like whatever. He has to get on some bus, like it's some prison bus, and then get
Shawshank.
drove there. And I don't think he's working like 4 hours. I think he's working like a cool 6 or 7. So it's just, oh my god, like how do you work on $7.25 an hour? And then I go on Twitter, like I should stay off it, but this is the one argument where I will lean left. It's like, yo, how are you gonna tell me that a teenager shouldn't make a living wage? It's like you're disrespectful, bro. I need to eat. I need to eat, bro.
Really, dude.
God, like, and we're having the good stuff. We in the New York. Like, it's just 15 an hour, bro. It is not enough. It is not enough. I don't care what nobody says. It's
Hell
not
no.
enough.
Hell no, dude.
It's
And
not,
I
bro.
know other states. I think they're like lower. It's like 11.
Yeah, 11. Like, bro.
Maybe the costs are different there, but I can't imagine it being too different, especially with like big companies and stuff like that. Because I doubt they'll like change their prices based on what state you're in. But like
Yeah.
that's like it's insane, dude.
Yeah, man. I feel bad for them. Like not to exaggerate it, but like, well, what if I'm homeless, man? Like, what am I gonna do with 15? It's like I had a goal
Yeah, you gotta
since
start somewhere. Nah.
yeah, I had a goal since September to hit 1,000. I haven't hit it yet. I'm at 600, bro.
Wait,
It
really?
Yeah, it's like, well, I probably would have been at 800 if I didn't have to send 200 to whoever. I don't want to put that information
Oh.
out, but once I would have been at 1,000 if it wasn't for that 200. But like, Jesus Christ, man, it's
Wait, how many hours
crazy.
do you work a week?
I used to work 5. Like, wait, no, I used to work
Oh.
4. Wait, no, 4 hours a day, and I used to work 5 days a week, so it was like 20. But now I work 12 because I can't, bro. Because I'm good at what I do, like, and
Mhm.
it's stressful because as a teenager, I'm seeing adults like that. My coworkers are sitting down doing absolutely nothing, like, and I have to carry their ass, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, come on, and it's just like it's stressful, and I was working like 5, and it was like what, Tuesday to Saturday, and it's like I had almost no time off. What am I gonna do Sunday? And I have school Monday. I was stressed, bro, for that, like, the holiday season, man. Like, I was getting
I see.
300. It wasn't worth it. I don't care what nobody says. 12 hours, I work Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Saturday. The rest of the days I could do what I want. I could play
Yeah.
basketball. I could do this. I could do that. The podcast is like, oh my God. And then people poop on us, Gen Z slash millennials. It's like, yo, bro, you have it tough out here.
Yeah.
Hey,
And,
Amani,
mhm.
can you get rid of the weather thing? It's showing our location on the map.
Gosh, I don't know if anyone's who's gonna. I want to see the. Wait, no. Oh God. Bruh.
Just
Okay.
want to.
Oh, man.
All right.
What are you doing?
It's all right. I'll censor it in there.
Yeah,
Post.
you could probably just like crop it
Just
out,
like
like,
blur it.
yeah, or do that, whatever.
Yeah,
But, my bad. I didn't notice it.
it's cool.
I want to know who's gonna be the weirdo to track, because actually, no, if someone's gonna take that as a challenge, please don't.
Yeah, no, thanks, Amani. If I die tomorrow, it's because of you now. All right.
My bad. But yeah,
God.
it's tough out here as a teenager, man. They
Yeah.
throwing rocks.
You know what's the toughest thing about being a teenager though? It's definitely high school, and that's ending for us soon. So
Oh yeah.
I think with anything in life, like you're gonna learn a lesson from it. So I mean,
Oh,
Liam,
for sure.
a question I have for you is like, what are the lessons you learned from high school, man?
All right. So I had this thought about last night when I was thinking about this. I just gotta remember this really quick.
All right.
So it was, what did I say? Don't, like, in high school, at least, when you're dealing with people, at least, other students or whoever you're with, don't, like, if you're giving them a certain energy and they're not going to give that back, don't do that anymore, because you're just wasting your time. Because people, unless it's like, they're going through something, obviously, but do not waste your time on people, and if they're not going to, like, support you or whatever, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, I mean that's just not even high school advice. That's just life advice.
Oh yeah.
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 I guess if that's just life, I guess another piece of advice I could give is do your work, for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Because I see people now, like, we're getting ready for college, and some of them can't get into the school they want to get into, and they're looking back and they're regretting, like, that they didn't get the work done, and obviously there's various reasons as why maybe they didn't get the work done, but like,
Right.
it's like, if you have the time and you're able to, just try to keep your grades like decent, because it's worth it in the end. You're gonna regret it if you don't.
Yeah.
That's 100% true. Yeah. Because, well, it's not like I was doing bad. It's just like I feel like if I tried a little more, I would have got more options. It's just I'm probably like a B plus, but
Yeah.
there's for some reason there's a big difference from a B plus and an A minus. That's like a high 80 and a low 90. That's a completely different outlook to colleges and stuff like that. I don't really regret it because I was able to do it junior year
Mm-hmm.
a couple times. I was probably like an 89 to a low 90, very like on the dot 90. But I feel like if I put more effort in, I probably would have had more options. But I'm pretty good at what I do anyway, so I'll just try to turn it up during college. But
Well,
like, hmm
yeah. It's. Oh, keep going. Sorry.
yeah. And another thing I was gonna say, it's really easy to pass high school. Like I swear it's like to get a 65, the bar is really just so low. All you
Mhm.
have to do is literally do the work. You could be dumb as hell and still pass if you try. That's really it. Because sometimes school isn't for everybody. It's really hard to focus
Oh
and stuff
yeah.
like that. So you probably don't retain the information, which is understandable. But a lot of teachers will just let it slide as long as you're participating and doing this and doing that. So it's as long as you
Yeah. Yeah.
try. A lot of people they just go to school to socialize. They be skipping class and stuff like that. You could still somehow manage to pass the classes if you just do the
Yeah.
work. It's the bar is that low.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was trying to say. It's like even if you have stuff going, like I understand if you have stuff going on because everybody has the problems and everybody has the struggles they're dealing with. But like it's really there's some really like nice teachers. Obviously, there's gonna be some like oddballs teachers where they're just gonna be then they're not gonna be on their game and they're just gonna be screwing all the students over.
yeah, hate
But like
life and takes it out on the students.
yeah, but like usually most of the teachers are good and they'll understand. So it's like it's like just like try to communicate with them even like if you're having a hard time, you can communicate that with them. You can get extra credit if you're doing bad. It's like it's really like it's there for you. It's there for you. It's the opportunity that you use it for, and it's there to take it.
Yeah, it's right there. I
And
even remember, like, it was whatchamacallit, it was chemistry, and again, I was trying to get a 90 and stuff.
Mhm.
And I think I got a low grade on one of like, it was like a mini test, like it was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
two
yeah.
questions, but it was like weighed as a test, and I think I got a low grade on it, and I was like, yo, that's probably the only thing stopping me from getting a 90. I literally talked to the teacher. She was like, okay, I understand your situation. I will just give you a piece of paper. You answer these two questions, and I will put it in for you. And that's the reason I averaged a 90.
Golden.
That's literally the whole, like, if it wasn't for that, I probably would have got an 89. But if it wasn't for that teacher, I don't know if I should shout out her name, but it's like she's a
Yeah,
really cool
probably
teacher.
not. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's
I know
just
what you're talking about though.
yeah, she let it slide, and I was like, damn, this is like,
Yeah,
damn,
no.
that was the reason I got a 90. So, like, and in general, one of the biggest things I've learned from high school is just asking questions too.
Oh yeah, and
100%. Like,
and
just
and like communicating at least like
yeah, communication is key because we had like a weight training class, and I think it was only for juniors and seniors. And I was like, no, screw this. I want to do weight training as a sophomore. I literally went up to one of
Mhm.
the teachers, and they were like, I was asking questions around, like, yo, how do I get into weight training? How do I get into weight training? Guidance counselor told me, go to this man. I just told him, yo, I want to get into weight training. He was like, yo, I like your attitude. And he put me in, and I was dominating because I wanted to weight train. I
Yeah,
learned a lot from
that
that
was a good
class
class
too.
too. That was a very
Yeah,
good class.
so it was like, yo, it's there's a lot you can do from just communicating. So talk to your teachers, talk to your guidance counselor,
It's
be
worth it.
really friendly with your guidance counselor. They will help you a lot, but especially if you got a good one, because something like depends on the school, but you know, like though they will like the more you talk to the people, especially the higher ups, teachers and stuff like that, screw the other students unless they're like in like clubs and stuff. The more connections you have, especially in
Yeah.
the school, it's like, yo, you could really just do a lot. You could like, find out things, just like, or do things. You could probably even start your own club if you want to. It's like, yo, you could really do a lot if you just talk to your teachers and guidance counselors.
Yeah. Actually, one point I wanted to like bring up, like at least like a little story of like I was just saying like those like oddball teachers that'll take it out on their students. Like
Yeah.
you guys will probably know who I'm talking about once I explain the story. You guys, I think you guys have both had this teacher. He's yeah. So like there was one time where it was in class and I think obviously we weren't listening, but obviously we should have listened and stuff. But like we were talking, teacher gets mad. He gives a quiz to like all the classes. and it just doesn't make sense. That being a punishment for us, like maybe like talking just to ruin our grade like that. If you do bad,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who I'm talking about.
I don't fully know, but there's too many examples. That's why I can't
Yeah,
correlate.
yeah,
So it's just like, there's so many teachers, even middle school, it happened. Like if you're on a line and one person is talking, everybody got to go back. It's
yeah. Oh yeah.
like I
I
hated.
hated that, dude.
Oh
It would
my
be like
God.
one kid ruining it for everybody else.
Exactly. It's like, that's not discipline because like what if like what if the whole class just decides to jump that one kid? That is your fault. like there's so much anger and like tensity because like and you're giving one kid so much power. What if that one kid hates the class so much that he just wants to ruin it for everyone else? He doesn't care about his grade. It's like, yo, you're just giving him power and taking your anger out on us. Like, just punish the one kid. But
Yeah.
no, we all have to get punished. It's such a stupid way. The 19 one like the 600s like type goddamn teaching, bro. Like, don't you can't punish everybody, bro. This is like
Like the slapping the knuckles with the ruler.
exactly like it's just like, come on. It's just like, what type of teaching is that? You can't. I hated that. That was one of the biggest things I hate about school in
Yeah,
general.
exactly.
And that's why I look forward for college, because it's like they don't care. But
And
it's a good thing they don't care, because if one person's messing up, it doesn't affect you that much unless
yeah,
you're doing
yeah.
a group project. But
Oh, of course. Oh, I hate that's something else I hate. Having a group project all pinned on you. I mean, you see that in like TV shows a lot, where like someone will get the group project, but that happens. That actually happens.
yeah,
And it's annoying.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I've learned from high school is that, and this is for everybody who's going into high school or who is in high school and facing this, like, people, like, it's okay if you don't like fit in, like, it's okay if you're not the right puzzle piece for this puzzle, you know, I've always felt this go when I attended high school, which is like, I feel like this is such like a baby version of the society that we're about to face
Mm-hmm.
once we
yeah,
reach adolescence. So I kind of used high school as like just I kind of observed more than I participated, just because I was like, damn, like this is how people are gonna act, like, I
yeah.
mean, I'm sure there'll be more maturity in the future, hopefully, but it's always good to sit back and just watch. But again, to anybody who's like, oh, I don't fit in, I'm upset, just don't worry about it, man, because you'll find your people one day, and
And to be honest, it's
don't
better to not fit in. To be honest, like, being different is kind of way better than being just like with everyone else. Cause
exactly.
like I've done it before. Middle school, I used to hang out with all types of groups. It wasn't the funnest. I didn't feel whole until I met a specific group. So as long as you got, a couple of friends here and there, you don't gotta be famous. You don't gotta be cool with everybody. Because if you're cool with everybody, more drama, more problems. Like, you might as
Right.
well just stay with yourself, man. Because
Yeah.
like, and don't feel weird like, oh, I'm not socializing with everybody. Man, you don't gotta do that. You don't have to.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Also, on a personal level, like, I learned, like, and don't stop listening to the voice in your head, the voice of reason. Because like going into high school, I had a plan. I let somebody come in and change that plan, and that screwed everything up for me. So, hey man, stick to the plan sometimes.
Yeah.
Because look, at the end of the day, you know you got your own soup inside of you, and if you put in you know I don't know, tomato soup into the vegetable soup, hey, it might not work.
Yeah.
It might not taste good. So,
One other thing of that is like just like don't care what other people think. Obviously, like
yep.
maybe you're doing the wrong thing actually. Like there's situations where like you're the one in the wrong and like
For sure.
you're and the other people are right. But like if it's like something like you enjoy or something like that is meaningful to you that maybe other people don't understand, just don't care what they say and just
Yep.
that's something I wanted to say.
Yeah. I guess that's our advice to the younger generation who is going into high school. So
Yeah, just focus on your grades and focus on yourself.
Yes.
and look, don't let people get to you because at the end of the day, man, you're gonna find the people who are good for you. And it's a sad thing to say, but there's a lot more. That I'm not gonna say villains because I don't believe there's villains or heroes. It's just there's gonna be a lot of people in high school.
Putting you
May not
down.
be for your high school, but it, you know,
There's a lot of people
God,
against you, right?
yeah,
Is that
I'm gonna get shit for this. I think, but there's a lot of people from our high school who made the decisions that are perceived as villainous decisions, and don't let that get to you. So, and that's it. Just don't let stuff get to you, like Liam just said. Just
Yeah.
like we talked about before, Imani. We keep that energy. That's what it's about.
Always.
Yeah. And one other thing would kind of base up what we were saying about other people. It's like my dad put it this way, and he was really warning me about it with college. That's why I'm making the decisions I'm making about it. He told me, and this is a quote, so Matt, you kind of won't like this, but it's like he just straight up told me, yo, people are weird. And
Yeah.
I was thinking, yo, like,
Mhm.
it won't really apply to high school because college.
Mhm.
I I heard one or two stories and they were, oh my gosh, it's just
Yeah.
there's some illegal activity, but
And-
oh my gosh, but it just, and then I don't know, I had to find out the art way that those people in rare form, whether it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know, like early on or they already developed it, it will happen in high school. So it's just
Yeah.
it's really just, it comes down to awareness.
Yeah.
Be aware of other
Yeah.
people's patterns and behavior. If someone comes to you and they had like a line of destruction of friendship, like they've been the
Mhm.
reason their friends have betrayed them, all their friends are talking behind their back and stuff like that. Don't try to be the hero. Be like, let me see what's good in them. Like, maybe some, like, very rarely some people will just be misunderstood with the rumors and stuff like that.
yeah.
But
Right.
I wouldn't really waste your time trying to figure out who's who and who's what, because they will show themselves through other actions. You will hear drama, no matter what. People will come to you about it just to talk about it for no reason, especially in freshman and sophomore. But it's
Yeah.
like, just stay mature, really. Like, don't try to be a class clown. Don't do it for attention. It's like, what, like, there's, because it doesn't pay.
Yeah.
Attention doesn't pay. It just gives you
Oh no.
what, a good feeling. That's it. But you could get a good feeling in your grades when you drop a 99 in the test. So just focus on the right things. And it's not in other people. It's not.
So
It's
you were just basically saying like don't like. There was a part you said it was like don't don't try to find the good in someone or something like that.
Kinda. I mean, there's always good in somebody, but it's like,
Yeah. No. I know.
don't waste your time with the wrong people. That's really it.
Yeah,
'Cause,
no.
again, people are weird. So
I wanted to expand on that because like I feel like that's something I actually dealt with a lot. Where there was like, I'm not gonna obviously name names or anything, but there was like there were like I don't, probably like one person that would just like, he would always have problems with people, and I felt that he was pulling people down with him, if that made sense. Where it was just
Yeah.
like he was
God.
he was like he was the one making the problems, and it was hard for him to realize that, so he would just take people down with him, and it would just end up being such a horrible situation.
That's such a weird mentality to have. Like, it's like you start the fire and it's now on you, and you just like chuck it at somebody.
The thing
Like,
is,
Oh yeah.
there are
Amani,
times-
look up that video. Look up that video of that fireman throwing fire at people. Just look
Wait,
look at
fireman
Bro.
throwing fire at people? Wait.
it. Yeah.
And like there are things that there's times where I think like, oh, this kid, maybe he didn't mean it, like he wasn't
Like a
realizing what
gif.
he was doing, but it happened so many times that it was just like, how is this like still happening,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly what I
know.
mean.
You want to go to images, Amani?
Yeah, I can't, because it's the only thing I see is like he threw a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I don't know, but regardless, you get my point.
Yeah,
whatever
it just
it is.
taught. And really, I've been trying to like look this up too. It's like, this is really a life lesson, but it's really just accountability. That's really
Oh,
what it
God,
is. Because
this
the
is
fact that like it's
yeah,
responsibility, accountability, meaning like once you do something, you have to take account for it. It's like, oh, it's
for
my
sure.
fault. And this goes to another thing that I want to talk about, maturity. Like I want to expand more on that. It's like a lot of people don't have the maturity to handle their situations. That's why I say people are weird, because it's kind of becoming a epidemic
And
in just
stubbornness.
society. Yeah, and
Yes.
yeah, that too. Like in
God,
society in general, I've heard so many things like, oh, I did this, and this, but it's not my fault because and it really, all that wording and the persuasion and rhetoric, it's like you're just avoiding accountability. That's it. You
Oh yeah,
just don't want to be blamed, and you will write an essay on why it's not your fault. And at
Right.
the end of the day, it's like, you got to take responsibility and like hold yourself accountable to things that you do, because if you don't, you're just gonna look stupid,
yeah. You
and
can't.
like
You also
and bring
can't
other
all.
people down. It's like,
Yeah. You also can't always think you're right. Like that's like another part of it where people like. I guess like it's good to like have like confidence in what you're saying and like try to know what you're saying, but like you can't always be like ignorant where you're like, oh yeah, I'm right no matter what, and this person can't
Yeah.
tell me otherwise, because that's gonna cause problems, and you're not gonna take accountability if you're
Yeah.
wrong.
And I well, I was gonna say something, but I'm not. That would kind of reference the person you're talking about.
just don't
But
say his name.
I know I'm not saying any names, but it's just like it's like your response. If you have that mentality, oh Jesus Christ, my mic almost like just like
I heard
died.
it was just a.
But it's like if you have a mentality where you believe that you're automatically right when you go into some sort of argument or whatever, it's
Yeah.
your responses become combative and dismissive, and it's not it's not you have automatically lost the argument right there.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's also a problem where it's like when you have a when you have a discussion with somebody about a tiff you guys had, you shouldn't go into it with a mentality where you're like, oh, screw this person. I'm just here to prove them wrong, whatever.
Yeah.
No, you should go in. Let's try to find what we both did wrong, and let's go into this together. Let's leave it together, but
Hmm.
as better people. You understand? Like you should
Yeah.
never go in like, oh, I'm gonna destroy this person in or intellectual debate. This person is inferior to me mentally. Because I am me and you are you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That is such a oh God. You don't know how much I've seen that in high school, man. Like
Oh god, it's
crazy.
horrible. And like, what was I gonna say? It's just like I have no hate for people, obviously, like, but like they're like, it's horrible to say this, but a lot of people have flaws, and even myself, I have flaws. Like, but it's
Nobody's
just like,
perfect, man.
yeah, no one's perfect at all, but like there are things that just stand out so much in people that it's just like, geez, man.
The problem is people don't want to improve those flaws. People don't
Oh
want
no,
to
yeah.
going back to it. People don't want to admit that they're wrong. People
Yeah.
don't want to say I have a problem. And that's where the problem lies. You don't want to address the problem is not the problem
Yeah.
itself. It's the fact that you don't want to address the problem and fix it.
There's
That's
so
why.
there's so many people that just sit there and they can't address that, and they just think they're right, and they're just ruining everything around them because of that.
Yeah.
Like they're ruining their whole dynamic with their friends, their family,
Yeah.
just because they think they're right, and they can't take it that maybe
Yeah.
the other side is wrong. And there's obviously always three sides to every story. You got to realize that. It's obviously the other person, one person, the other person, and then the truth, or whatever, however you say it.
That's actually creative. I'm not gonna lie. I never heard that one.
You never heard that?
Nah, I never heard three sides. There's like
No, there's three
left,
sides.
right, and then truth. Like, yo, that's crazy. That's actually a
Yeah, there's
crazy one.
three sides to every story.
Mm.
And the truth will never. I feel like the truth of that, the third side, the truth will never ever be known by anybody, because of
Really?
how much each side. Well, obviously.
People pick sides, man. It's like
Oh yeah.
if it's the freaking loner kid who doesn't speak to anybody, but he's a good dude, versus the freaking popular person with all these people around them. It's like who is going to be picked as the villain here?
Yeah.
The
Because the more people
stereotypical
hear
villain.
the one side, it's like, oh my God, what a bleep, bleep,
Yeah.
bleep, bleep. Like, it's just like, oh my gosh. It's like,
The problem is the sheep mentality. Like
Yeah.
so many people have a sheep mentality, and that's the problem, man. And it's just like I don't know,
I,
man. It's like
I
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I swear it's like I've seen like this happen like in one of my old friend groups that like I'm like I'm cool with them, but like we're it's kind of like split up now.
Right.
It was like a civil war, you know Captain America Civil War, that movie.
Yeah.
Bro, it was like the scene of them running. It's like
Yeah.
bro, that's how it was, dude.
Christ.
People were getting so mad at each other. I was like, oh my God. I usually try not to get involved, but like it always ends up coming to that where it's happening to all your friends where you gotta get involved.
And
yeah.
it's
Oh my
like
God.
you're
always
the
try to stay
bad
out
guy for not getting involved.
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
What? People take offense to that, and it's like, what?
I know, dude. I try to like whenever stuff happens between like say something happens in my friend group,
Yeah.
I'm usually not the one involved. I try to stay as far away from that as possible.
Right.
Yeah, stay neutral.
But then it ends up just something happening. I don't know. It's hard. It's like it's the hardest thing to not like give your opinion or something on that.
Also,
Yeah.
one other thing that never made sense to me about high school was why is the kid who doesn't talk to anybody such a I don't know, a
Ghosts.
pressing topic or a ghost or like it's like why is this dude getting picked on? And or there's also another thing where it's like Imani said, they're a ghost. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I think it's that it's just like the people they don't understand that it's like it's a difference. It's like this person is
Yeah.
like obviously everybody's different, and this person is and different isn't a bad word. I feel like people take that out of context where they say, oh yeah, being different is bad, but like this person's he's different from everyone else, and he reacts to the world differently, and he's just treating high school the way he wants to or the way he has to, and people are seeing that as different and they're treating it negatively, if that makes sense. What, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know.
I don't feel like you're really wrong, because the one example that I can't name, I've talked to him a couple of times, and he does that for a reason. He is almost a loner to avoid everything. He was telling me when I got in drama 1-2 times, he would have then, other than my rap is perfect, rap sheet is perfect, other than 1 or 2 times where I had to load the guns. But but besides that, he was like telling me when everything was blowing up, like, yo, this is why I don't get involved with anybody, because this is what happens. Like, I'm just trying to get in and get out. I was like, yo, that's some cold stuff you just told me. Like, damn, that's why. Like, and like he had to face his demons alone, and like that's usually the quiet guy is the toughest guy in the room. It's just like he's just sitting back looking like goddamn Kawhi Leonard, just silent, just doing nothing. But you don't mess with that kid. Just don't. Because if you get on his bad side, he will eviscerate you. That word exactly.
Eviscerate. A bar of black soap.
Rest in peace, Etika.
Rest in peace. I remember, like, one thing that I feel like is like kind of like this would make sense is like, when there's like a big friend group, or like maybe like like if there's a big friend group and a lot of like different, like different mentalities and differing ideologies or something like that, or different ways like that they see the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that group is a ticking time bomb.
Oh God!
Or it just explodes.
God.
Because I've seen that with, I'd say, like every friend group I've been in, no matter who it is, how good of a person they are, or it doesn't matter. It's just like it happens because everybody's different and everybody's going to treat the world different and react to things different. And there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. It's just the way things work. I feel like that everything is just, things come to an end, and that's a good thing. But also, it's just like it's just going to eventually happen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Because the one time I went through it, it was like a culture shock. Because to me, it was like, yo, how can you live like that type of thing? It's like the standards, like especially like in high school, it's like it's different. Because not to make it a race thing, but it's just like when I was talking to black people about my problems, it was like they were giving me some cold advice, and I was like, yo, I agree and stuff like that. And then when it was, because the majority of our school was like white, so it's just like that. So like seeing the different type of mentality, it's like, yo, the black people I'm talking to, they have to live like a certain thing as a means of survival. Don't talk to nobody, girl. Don't do this, don't do that, because yo, you never know when you set off the wrong person, and
Oh
they
yeah.
will do things that. So I was like, I have to live by that, because again, that's almost why I almost never been in drama, because I live like that. I'm cool with a lot of people, acquaintance wise now. So it's like, you will never see me in problem unless I am provoked heavily. And then when I see the people that I went against, it's like, you're living that type of lifestyle. It's like, that's what we do, the disrespect, yada yada. So it's just a different, like, the different mindsets is that like changed my life damn near, because it's like how, like, I wouldn't say low level, even though then I'm probably saying that it's like that that seemed low to me, but that's how they're living. So it's like that different of mindset is like, that's really where the ticking time bombs are. It's like,
Yeah.
because you're thinking a certain thing, you will treat people with respect, and their level of respect is pretty low. Just in general, they treat everyone with disrespect, but to them, it's like, that's okay. But if you do that, you understand, yo, if I do that to the wrong person, I'm gonna get popped in my mouth. So I'm gonna say yes sir, no sir, all that stuff. So it's like a difference of mindset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
No. Oh, go ahead, Matthew. Sorry.
no, I was gonna bring up the next question, but finish your point, man.
Okay. Yeah. I was. What you said. Everybody like. It's just like everybody has a differing opinion, and there's obviously, maybe someone's opinion is wrong, but like, there's really nothing wrong with differing opinions, because everybody's gonna treat the world differently on how they were raised and stuff. So it's depending on your opinion, it's just something's gonna happen, and like you're gonna clash. I guess.
100%. But it goes back to the maturity thing, because
Mhm.
it's like, if we talk it out and stuff like that, oh, that's how you live the world. All right, I'm gonna just act accordingly to that. That's why,
Yeah.
again, I don't cross boundaries because of that, because I notice, like, okay, that will set the wrong person off and stuff like
Yeah.
that. This person has to be treated differently than this person. So usually the convo would happen, or like, you cross the line, someone would be like, yo, I don't like that and stuff like that, while everyone else will be okay with it. Just don't do it to this one person. All right, I won't do it.
Hmm.
So it's like that. But once that, if that communication is not properly done, because people will rather just like ignore the issue or just be quiet, it's like the tension is there, but everyone's quiet except for
Yeah.
one person. It's like it causes problems because of that. It's just like, because if someone told you or someone told me, like, I wouldn't have goddamn stepped on your leg by accident. I wouldn't, like, the stupid things where you step on the back of someone's shoe falls off. Like, I wouldn't do that if you just told me not to, type thing. So it's things like
Yeah.
that. It's communication, but a lot of people can't communicate that for some reason. It's
Mhm.
like a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are gonna have like I guess like a plan throughout high school of how to be, and I want to ask this question, but I don't know if it's gonna trigger people. So,
Man,
um,
raw goat.
yeah, raw goats, people. This is a raw goats podcast, raw topics. But
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
where and the question itself isn't really bad, but it's like the culture surrounding the question is might be bad. But like, what was your both of your approaches towards high school? Like, what was
Okay.
your plan going through it? Like, how to act, to be, to interact with people, whatnot, all that stuff.
You want to go first, Liam, or?
Sure. Okay. So, I like. I'm trying to remember back, but I can't really say I had like a plan. Like,
Mhm.
I, I guess, like, I wouldn't say I didn't close myself off, but I also wasn't as like, I never felt like as outgoing as people. So I felt like, I felt like the SLC we're in is like that perfect one, because I feel like there's a lot of people like minded like that. So I was able to get along with people pretty well first. Like, I'm not saying my plan. I'm just saying like kind of how I went about it. I guess like I wasn't like, I'm trying to think about it. I guess I was just kind of like, I just went about it and just see where it went, because I wasn't putting myself out there, but I also wasn't closing myself off from people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. Money, you want to go next or?
Yeah,
Mm.
I didn't have a plan either. I was just being myself really, and like I think everyone had the tension where like, oh my God, I want to say the wrong thing. I didn't care. I did not care. I did not care, man. I was saying anything and everything. Nothing too reckless. Like I wasn't like sexually harassing. I wasn't doing that. I was just being a clown, and it was like
Mm.
I kind of regret that. I kind of because it brought unwanted attention. Like it was like it was just overwhelming because if you're the first person to just like cut all that tension loudly, it's like that brings like a huge target on your back, and I wasn't
Yeah.
aware of that. So once I got that attention, because now everyone like kind of knew my name and stuff like that. So the gossip was about Imani put his whole $1,000 boot on my damn desk, calling it designer.
That happened?
No, I don't know, cause but like I was like calling like my shoes $500 designer, like I had like the Kobe, no, it was the Hyper Dunk
I think I
Olympics.
remember those.
Yeah, wait, hold on, let me like, hold on, Hyper Dunk 2008 Olympic, yeah, it was the Kobe ones. I think Kobe wore them, yeah, and they had like, yeah, it was these.
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
was exactly these. I don't the goddamn back, the bottom of it blew out when I was playing, but it was the Olympic colors. I don't know why. Yeah, it was these.
Yeah.
And it had like you could see like the little gold speckles on it. I was seeing that
Yeah.
was 24 karat custom made laces. But it brought so much unwanted attention, and I was just not ready to handle it. So it caused I feel like that's one of the other things that caused drama, because like if I was so open, it was like everyone started crossing boundaries. But I had a lot of patience, but I didn't
Yeah.
have unlimited patience, so I had to handle things different. Luckily, I didn't punch anybody. Thank God I didn't do that.
I have an
I,
idea
I
of
like
who you
I
would have.
Yeah, man. Like I look back, I like right now, man. It's like, yo, how did I
From
have so
freshman
much?
year? Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of patience, man. A lot of patience, but
Freshman year was a weird year. I feel like that was just like, it was
Oh
like,
God, please don't bring that to me.
yeah,
Oh,
Don't,
Jesus
please,
Christ.
God, no. But I guess it's my turn. So
now let's
yeah,
hear it, Matthew.
God, I'm Jesus Christ. But so originally when I was going to high school, I just had the plan of all right, so let me say this. Right off the bat going into high school, I was fuming. Like I was just a hot pot. I was just the tea cooker. I had so much anger
The heat miser.
in, in
Did
my
you ever?
heart, and just like it, just like imagine like Hades from Hercules and his hair just going up.
Bro,
Like I just, oh
you
my
know who I
God,
thought
I had
about
a
when you said that?
right.
Look up heat miser.
Yeah,
Look that up. That's what I thought about.
He miser what? How do you spell that?
You spell like
Oh,
M.
there it is. Okay.
yeah, right there. Yeah, there you go. That's me right there. But is that from Frosty the Snowman?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
One of those old movies.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, yeah, there you go.
All right, you can go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
all
just gonna
right.
keep looking
But
up stuff.
yeah, just I right off the bat. So I was like, you know what? I'm not happy, you know what? But look, I'm just gonna just be the quiet guy and all this stuff and all that, right?
Mhm.
So I'm at the the high school thing, the intro, the event you go to learn about the high school, and this person
Oh
comes up,
yeah.
and we basically make an agreement to be friends, right? I didn't even care about it, honestly. I just completely forgot about it. And I go to school, and this person starts talking to me. I'm like, oh shit, I have a real dilemma here. So I was just like, ah, damn, I got to throw out the real Matthew for the fake one. And I just went about it through the culture that person would have wanted me to go about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, so I was just not myself senior year. I was like just in my mind, a complete psycho. Some of the things I was
You mean freshman? We got to correct that. Just yeah.
freshman year, I was just a complete psycho. I was just saying shit that I was like, why did you say that? This is not you. Like, why are you getting this? Like, you're more calm and composed, and you handle like you just destroy. Look at that, hypocrite. I said destroy somebody. Hypocrite. See, I need to watch my wording there. I apologize, viewers. Not destroy people. Just like I'm able to, prove my point I don't know if this makes sense,
Harsh.
but in a verbish way, a verbal way. Like, not just like, oh, screw you, not like that. Just, I see your point, but, you did this. So, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Of course, I want to apologize for saying destroy. That was quite the hypocrisy right there. I was just in the anger, yeah, freaking circle, whatever.
The Hulk. No.
And yeah, so I was just not myself senior year, and I was just like literally in my head, like, bro, why are you doing it? Like, but it was too far. Yeah, there was no going back now.
Pushing your limit.
Yeah, I pushed it to the limit. I mean, I was known by a lot of people, but it was like not. Well, I don't want to say that. That sounds like a douchey thing to say, but
you
like,
had acquaintances.
I had acquaintances. I think, but but then the freaking Godzilla, King of the Monsters happened sophomore year, and I just had to just retreat to Skull Island and just be King Kong sitting in a cave, just working on myself, growing, and just I was like Avatar. What's the fire Avatar with the dragon? What's his name?
Which Avatar?
Roshi,
Like
something like that.
the last Airbender?
Yeah, like the mentor Avatar.
The mentor Avatar.
Like the tall one with the long beard.
I think it's
Avatar
Roshi, right,
Roshi. Yeah, I think Roshi.
I don't think that was Roshi. It was definitely not. Hold on. It was a fire Avatar.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It was the
Just
one
look
right
up
before
Avatar
Aang.
before Aang.
Yeah, it was that. It was a fire one. Like, and he
Before
just
Aang.
disappeared.
Before Aang, yeah.
Avatar before Aang. It was not a Roshi because that was the Earth one. Wait,
Oh,
what?
Roku.
It was not no damn Roku. It was. Hold on. Let me check.
It was
It probably was Roshi. All passed.
I swear it was Roku.
It was literally the dude before.
Yeah,
It
that
was
dude.
this guy, yeah, him.
Yeah. What's his name?
I can't find it.
Yeah. Well, this dude, basically, this dude. I was literally like in sophomore year. I was like, you know what? I'm leaving. And I just like used all the elements to just separate myself from people. And then
what?
that's Roshi. Well, I hope I'm not Roshi. But I don't think I want to
What
add.
is yo? Oh my God! This is why Google is better. But yeah.
Yeah. So I just like left, man. I just went to my original plan, and then it's worked out for me. I think, and yeah, man. So I was a quiet kid for like a good 3 years of high school. So
No.
Yeah.
Imani, it's Roku was the fire one, and then Kyoshi was the earth one.
Yeah.
So why did it show up Kyoshi? I gotta rewatch it, but yeah, it was Roku. Why did they showed the girl one as the Roku? Oh my God, bro, and then they wonder why we use Google, bro. But yeah, going back on one of the things you said, like like the first person that went up to you became your friend, bro. Do you know, like,
Yeah.
the 2 times that happened, bro? Middle school it happened, in high school freshman year it happened. The amount of problems that happened because the first dude that approached me, we came kind of cool, the tension or whatever. Like, once they showed their true colors, bro, it was so hard to detach it because it's like, we're friends. But wait, that actually brings up another point. Be careful who you call your friends.
Oh yeah,
please,
for sure.
Because that is such a because once you think you have a friend, right, you're gonna treat them like how you would treat your friends, and usually that's to a high standard. Like I said before, bro, the standards are low because people will disrespect you and be like, wait, that's disrespectful to you? Because they treat everyone else like that. So it's like, the different mindsets, like we said before, it's like, and this is kind of selfish to say, but it will save your life. I swear. It's like, yo, you need to have somebody as an asset, you know? Like you need assets in your life, you know? You need things that benefit you, man. Cuz if you're
Mhm.
giving more than you're receiving, like okay, yeah, everyone says, "Oh, you need to be unselfish." But, you know, there's a difference between unselfish and selfless. Or I just spit a bar right there, but it's like, yeah, concerned more with the needs and wishes of others than one's own. Like, no, don't do that, because you will really stress yourself out. You will
You
do
gotta have a good
things.
mix.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god, because you will do so much for others, and then when you need it in return and you don't get it, hey man, don't kill nobody. It's just like
Yeah,
that. That's the level of anger some people will reach. It's like, oh, I let you in my house, ate my damn food, slept at my couch multiple times because your mom was hitting your dad or domestic abuse, and then all of a sudden I need to sleep on your couch. You don't have one. Like, it's just it's you will be mad, man. So just be careful how much you give to somebody without receiving. Because sooner or later you will give so much to the point where you have nothing left. And then when you need something in return, you won't get it from the same people that took everything from you. You will be like livid. You will be in a certain type of mindset that is not good. But
you know what's
that's hmm
you know what's the craziest thing about high school though? It's like, especially for our generation, we are having so much talk, important talk about things like mental health and treating
Yeah.
people right so they don't harm themselves. Yet, in our generation, there is such a high number of people who don't, and we got to say goodbye to the Nike check after this, who don't, yeah, the sponsorship, man,
bro.
Imani.
Please don't curse.
Okay, all right.
You already said that so word like 3 times, man. You're going
Yeah,
off. Like,
sorry,
just
man. This is an intense topic, but it's
Feels
like,
very strongly about this.
yeah, I do, man, because it's like, like, and it's like, okay, all right, I'll say it, but it's like, as in our generation, we're having so many talks about, stuff like mental health and treating people the right
Mhm.
way. Yet the people in this generation don't do that, and I feel like our like people are really just this disconnected. They lack awareness of mental health. Like, you're just typing in them on it, and it's like some people. I've had people as my so-called friends. I've
keep going.
had people as my so-called friends who have struggled through mental health, yet they
Oh,
do yet they do things
oh
to
no.
harm others' mental health. And it's like, what
Oh,
is this hypocrisy?
it
Oh
What?
hurt.
God.
Oh my god, yo, me and Matt had been having those talks. It's like,
Oh
yo,
my
we
god.
noticed it was one of the worst things to notice because it's like, how can you be a supporter of this, and this? It's like this and
Yeah.
this, all these important things, all these Twitter things, and then when it comes your time to do what you're saying, you do the opposite. You apply, you feed to the what you're trying to fight against. It's like
Oh,
that blew my mind because the lack of awareness, self-awareness. It's like, yo, how can you say, like, and it's usually like weird because it's like you have traumatic issues from
hmm
this and this, like, social issues and stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
when it comes time to not be that person, you start being that person. You start being an absolute poop head to everyone else, destroying their confidence, their ego, like coming at them like a lion, just ambushing their confidence. And it's from
yeah.
the person that says, "Yo, you shouldn't attack people's mental health." It's like
Yeah.
you're doing that. It's oh
Yeah.
my god, oh my god. And it's
God.
so weird because it's like how are you aware that you're aware of the damages when it comes to yourself, but not others?
hmm
That's crazy. Because when something happens to me,
Yeah.
I understand, yo, I don't want anybody else to feel that. I
Yeah.
don't want anybody else to go through what went through. But if they do, it's like, yo, I will get you through this, bro, because I know what happened when I know what to do because I've been through it. But you gotta sit there and help, man. It's like that's what, but you're not like, how do you have all these tools? You have knowledge and you have the ability to help, and you hurt instead. It's like, oh my god, like It's just like this is a time when I start seeing some crazy theorious things, like
I'll
goddamn
tell you
back
right
in the
now, one of the reasons
1800s. Hmm.
we're us as people are just kind of stupid.
Yeah. Look, man.
That's all
When
I'm
the
gonna say.
aliens get here, they're
And
destroying
like,
this planet, man.
obviously,
I'm
we
sorry.
could all think that maybe we're more intelligent than others, but no
Mm.
matter what, everyone's just kind of stupid, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
No,
a certain
no
type of
matter
stupid.
who you are, you have some level of just stupidity. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
no one's obviously perfect, but there's just like there's some people that are much more stupid than other people.
Yeah. That's generally what we've been saying for like the past 11 episodes. It's like there's a certain type of stupid, man. It's just like the average Joe. Like, man, we discussed like we got to stop saying it, but like now we just like
Yeah.
got to word it differently. The average Joe is
Well, let's not even
he's
say average Joe because that comes off as a bit.
Just the Joe. No.
Let's
the
just say
Joe.
most people have a harmful mentality that is harmful to other people. I mean, that's
Yeah,
a
and
mouthful, but
it's the majority. It's a majority
I,
mindset,
yeah,
and that's the problem. It's just
yeah.
I don't know if I
oh
agree
my.
with that.
Really? Though?
You'll see it. It's just,
I've had different like experiences than you guys, but like I don't know. I feel like I don't feel like anyone is intentionally like I don't. Well, obviously,
oh yeah, that's the
people are.
thing. I was gonna say that too. It's not intentional. That's why I said lack of awareness, because you're not
Oh, okay,
aware.
yeah.
You're unconsciously doing that. That's why it's so
I
mind
see what
blowing.
you mean.
It's
Yeah,
like
okay.
because once you have the mindset of it, it's like you don't know it's wrong. So it's like what
Yeah,
you're doing is like you don't hold yourself
I
accountable.
see.
You're not holding awareness about it. So you don't care about the damage unless it's to you.
I thought you were saying like, oh yeah, most people are like intentionally trying to put other people
Oh
down, which
no, and be careful of the people that it's as rare as the people that are like actually like very emotionally intelligent and like wise, but the people that understand, like people have like the unconscious awareness, like I mean lack of awareness and stuff like that. There's people that will take advantage. That's the
Mhm.
scary people. That's the people we gotta watch out for. Besides
Yeah.
the people that will damage you and not even notice. Like the people that damage you and know that was their plan, that's a whole different topic. But we're really talking about the people that like, you know, again, we know what does this article say? Like we were more likely to seek for help and all this stuff. Like, yo, we know like our previous generation, bro, they just are abused and battered and need therapy, man. And we understand that. So like now that we know, you know, no matter how much we know, no matter how smart we get, there's still gonna be just a certain type of stupidity where like all these things and don't act upon it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the again the emotional maturity and stuff like that. So it's just it will showcase heavily during high school, but oh my
Oh,
god.
one thing I wanted to say is just now I thought about this. Not to like veer off the topic too much.
It's all right,
Um,
yeah.
It's an open discussion, man.
yeah, is to like not care as much. Like obviously care, but don't regret anything. I guess
Oh yeah, of course.
don't because if you regret something, you're just gonna be thinking about that all the time, and it's gonna ruin you. But
Yeah.
but also be considerate at the same time,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's 100% true because the amount of times, like, and it's really, I think that's just like just being young and stuff, and hopefully it doesn't carry over into adulthood. It's like overthinking and stuff like that, and the cringiness of like middle school. It kind of takes a toll on like, because literally for like 2 years I was just in my bed thinking about all my regrets and stuff, and it really kind of like damaged me for like a whole 2 years until I just said I don't care anymore because
Mhm.
I got I got over it type thing. I was like able to pull myself out of it. But it's like that will really like get somebody killed because you're overthinking about things that probably no one else remembers. And that's really the crazy thing. Like a lot of things that you think about and just like, you get a cringe moment about it. No one else really remembers,
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's just once you realize like, yo, you know what? Like as long as you apologize to yourself and accept the responsibility and the accountability, like, yo, what I did was wrong. I will do better next time. It's just,
Mhm.
I feel like that will just really help. Like once you got to say that more than once, though. Once you say that like more than once, it'll be okay. But the first time it'll be like, I'm still thinking about it. But once you keep
Yeah.
saying, you know what, it was a mistake. Once you start holding yourself accountable, you will feel better. So, it's things like that. But overthink. It's just what you said was basically overthinking. Like just be careful about what you're thinking about, because this is if you focus your mind on it, it's damaging you so much. It's like over something so little to what other people will say. Like if you tell a therapist like something like that, and it's like a bad therapist, they will straight up tell you like, "Yo, that is just something little." It's just
That
it
is
is though.
yeah.
It is something little. So it's just focus on the
That's
bigger things.
the little things like they pick at your mind. They just like like that saying, live rent free in your head. That's what they do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rent free. Yeah, actually, I was telling Matt that too. It's like the big things that happen is like it doesn't require that much thought, but it's like the littlest things. Like let's say someone steps on your shoe and keeps walking, and it's your friend. It's like, yo, what did he mean by that? And now you're at night thinking like, yo, what did he mean? It's like it's little things like that, and
Yeah.
they probably didn't even notice or mean to do
Oh
it.
yeah. It's just
So,
like always charge rent. No.
yeah. Oh my God.
Well,
Yeah.
rent
So
is the guard in your head, man.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
you gotta start charging your thoughts. All right, man, you've been in here too long. Like you gotta evict. It's just,
Get the hell out.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rent. You ever seen Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Rent,
guy.
Rent.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what's so hard
I don't
though?
know if it's
Like,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Just keep going, Matthew. Sorry.
All right, no, that's all right. But you know what's so hard though? Forgiving the people that wronged you, but it needs to be done.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Because the thing is, right? I've learned that like with forgiveness, right? It's a hard thing to do, but once you do it, you stop giving a hell about what the person did, and
Yeah.
like you're just like, all right, look, I learned something from that. That's it. And it's such a basic concept, right? I feel like both you, me, and Imani both know this, but it's like
Yeah.
there's so very few people who are actually doing that, like actually forgiving somebody. Like for me, I'll tell you right now, like 2 days ago, I came to a premonition, not anybody from school, it's just in my personal life,
Mhm.
where it's like, I said, oh, yeah, I forgive this person for everything they did to me. But it's
Mhm.
like, I didn't. And that's why, like, anytime they talk to me, it was always that, like, anger or whatever and towards them. And it's just like,
Yeah.
damn, like this is like, and that also goes back to like looking at yourself and seeing what you need to improve on and seeing your faults. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I had a complete, mental shift after that realization. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And now instead of getting angry when that person, like brings anger at me, I'm just like, okay. And then I just say my piece. And that's it.
Yeah. It's
And
not.
I
Sometimes it's not
yeah.
worth it to get angry.
Yeah.
It's really not. Yeah, it was just I don't know. I mean, I kind of struggle with it too, because it's like hold on. There was a saying that I said before: "Forgive them, for they do not know." It's a whole ass Bible verse. I'm not even religious. I don't even. What does that mean? Hold up. I need to make sure I'm saying this right. All right. I'm just gonna take that literally. Yeah, it's like a lot of, like I said, you get disrespected. Some people don't understand that they were disrespected or were being disrespectful. So it's just like once you realize, okay, that's just who they are. I can't get mad at, like, it's just, once they do that to the wrong person, they get slapped in the face. They'll
Hey,
understand.
just
I'm just
you're giving me more
goddamn, yeah,
editing work.
yeah,
Yeah, all
Jesus
right.
Christ,
Cool, that's cool.
yeah. Like you don't want to be the person to just slap them and stuff. So you just forget about it, and stuff like that. Well, don't forget
Yeah.
about it. Forgive, you know. But I don't know. To my you know success or whatever of getting over it, I had to stay mad. I had to stay mad for a bit. It's just like because it's like, damn, I got disrespected. I can't let this happen again and stuff like that. So it's not like you can't skip the stage. It's like
Oh, yeah.
how there's stages of grief, there's stages for forgiving too. You will be mad at first, but I don't know. My methods, I wouldn't really, consider, because it's really hard to get past the anger. But I feel like I'm able to get over it by just being angry, like just like, punching a pillow a few times, getting that out and stuff. But you
Yeah.
know, it's just hard to forgive. But once you realize, what, that's just who they are. I shouldn't be around this person anymore, and just move on from that. You won't be mad anymore because it's not happening anymore. You're not around by that energy and stuff like that.
Yeah. Don't try to change the person. Like just. I mean, I guess like you could help people. Like don't try to change the person. Like change yourself. I guess if that makes.
Hmm
or better things for yourself instead of trying to change the person that is causing these problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think is like the worst part of high school, though? I mean, I don't know if we already talked about it or not, but like douchey people, I would say, is one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just those people really ruin it because it's like, because I'm not really a social guy. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. I call myself introverted without the social issues. Like I could be the loudest in the room if I wanted to, but it's like I'd much rather be at my house doing absolutely nothing, not
Yeah.
talking to anybody. That's my peace. So, but it really is just the douchey people because if I feel like, if I was surrounded by the right people, I probably would have had a beautiful time in high school. But I feel like just a couple people ruined it. If you can't really click with anybody, it's like, yo, what's the point and stuff like that. You don't want to socialize. That's how you become a loner and stuff. So it's just, I feel like some of the people just ruin it. They just ruin the experience because they don't have, like we keep saying, the self-awareness and the responsibility. So it's just they ruin it because it affects you a lot of the times and stuff. So it's just because it's sometimes the teachers are great, and stuff like that, and they're not too harsh on you. So I feel like it's really just, one bad apple ruins a bunch type of thing. So it could be like one person that ruins it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love how those douchey people, they talk about maturity. Meanwhile, they have a game plan that's like similar to middle school. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
it. Oh God, man, I don't know. I don't know, but hey, man, with the worst, there's the best. So what's the best part of high school for you guys?
Let me think.
I mean,
Yeah,
what? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Imani.
Yeah, I was gonna go out. Finding myself really, to be honest, because that's really what high school was. And like a lot of old people who tell me that it's like, yo, you're young, you're supposed to find yourself. But I feel like I'm 80% there. Like the 20% is like the decisions I make that will affect the rest of my life, which I probably have the 80% to really commit to that and get the 100 right away. So I feel like it's just like finding myself and becoming super mature and stuff. Not like to brag or anything. It's just the decisions I make and like all the OGs be telling me like, yo, I like what you're doing, man. You got a good group. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Like that's a huge compliment to me because I'm impressing people so easily. Even just now, like when we were talking about work and like I don't know if that was recorded, and I said like I was doing like push-ups. I think I did 30 in the parking lot. And some old guy was like, yo, you were the guy doing push-ups? I was like, yeah. And he said, I'm impressed. It's like, yo, I'm really doing something. Like just to impress. And he's like old. So to really just impress old people like that, it's like, yo, that is really saying like, yo, you're doing something right. So it's just like, that was the best part of just high school. And that really has nothing to do with the school, really. It's just, I mean, kind of, because, my teachers and guidance counselors are impressed by what I'm doing too. So I feel like, just finding yourself is really the most important thing.
Oh yeah, of course. That's kind of how I feel. Cause like, I mean, in middle school, it was like, it was just like middle school. I felt was harder for me than high school, just because I felt like I didn't like. I went in elementary school was like, oh yeah, nobody really cared. Everybody was, for me at least in elementary school, everybody was kind of friends. It was just like that. But in middle school, just like all the groups divided up, people started getting into their groups and stuff, and like all that, and like it was just weird for me because it was like I wasn't used to it. And then high school, I guess everything cleared up, and I was happy with where I was. If that makes sense. I guess yeah. I guess being where I will being happy with who I associated myself with, basically, in high school.
Yeah, I could definitely agree because I have so many quotables. I literally said one time, it's like, yo, middle school was like high school for me, and high school was like middle school because it's just like middle school was like
same.
I was so far back in terms of like maturity and awareness and all that stuff that when I finally gained it and it was like senior year of middle school, once I got to high school, I was like, yo, why does not everyone have this? I was shocked. It's like, yo, like I went through war in middle school just to come to high school. It's like a damn garden. It's like, what if I want to go back to war? Because that's really what formed my mentality. Just middle school, really. And it
Yeah.
it didn't really get shaken up that much in high school. If
I
anything.
feel like high school you definitely find yourself, but like middle school is kind of like a changing point where everybody starts to find their little groups, of where they
like,
fit in.
become influenced by society. That's really where it starts.
Oh yeah, because it's like middle school. What is it like? Three or four different schools coming together into one big school, and then high school is even more. It's like 10 schools. I don't know. It's a lot. It's insane, but it's all just how life goes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I mean the best thing for about high school for me is like I came to so many realizations and I grew as a person. And man, like I like in my whole school career I was always kind of just like the kid who never talked to anybody, just very quiet and just the outcast just in general. And man, like I learned like that's like I hated it just because, I used to just like fantasize having friends and like, making people happy and just,
Yeah.
But, throughout high school, I'm just like, for what? For what?
Yeah.
I mean, I say this next statement with no ego, but it's like, who am I trying to impress here?
Oh God.
Who am I really trying to? I swear to God, viewers, I'm not trying to say that with any ego. Like, oh, look at me versus it. No, I'm not.
No,
doing
that's
that.
not even ego. It's like, why impress other people? Like the only people, and it kind of brings to another topic that I'll say a little later. It's like, yo, what? The only people you need to impress is older people. That's it.
Yeah. And look, I also realize, like, and this is to the viewers as well. Look, guys, life is gonna beat you down. It's gonna beat you with a freaking sledgehammer. But look, the reason why we fall back up is to. Oh my God! I messed up such a. Oh!
Just
can't
repeat
freaking speak. Maybe that anger is still here.
All right, but yeah, let's get back to
never
it.
heard this man scream like that.
Jesus Christ! But sorry, viewers, I just like ear raped you guys. God. But yeah, it's like man, life's gonna beat you down. But look, the reason why we get beat down is to get back up. So, and everybody can get back up. It's not just a certain group of people who get back up. Anybody can get back up. So, look, man, whoever's being a douche to you, whoever screws you over, whoever says this, whoever says that, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's it. And there's a reason why people keep saying that, because it's the truth.
For sure.
Don't let anything get to you, man. And it's just like there's so much more I want to say, but at the end of the day, people got to learn through their own experiences. I'm happy to guide people, but at the end of the day, man, this is to the viewers out there. Look, your story is not mine to write. It's your own story to write. So, hey, man, all I'm gonna say is, look, go for it. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Go for it. Just be a good person in life. Treat people right. Don't try to please people. Just look, man. Just if he's not swinging his claws at you, don't swing back. That's it. Don't. Just I don't know, but again, viewers, it's your story to write. That's it. This isn't. I can't lead you through the whole thing. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I wish I could help all you guys, but at the end of the day, what would that really be doing for you? It's like
Exactly.
It's like if I give you the answers to the test, are you really learning something? Like, did you really put yourself through the pain and the struggle? Like, if your goal is to become, a successful person, if I just like, time skip you there or just give it to you right there, it's like, what is that money worth? Nothing. It's nothing.
Yep.
All right. What is that success worth? It's nothing. Okay. All that, the final trophy, it's nothing. The experience is the thing. That's it. It's it's the journey, not the destination, people.
And I hate that
Yes.
saying, but it's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
But yeah, man. That's the last. That's
Wait,
the last.
no, I have one more thing to
All
say.
right. Well,
Find yourself somebody to look up to type thing. Not like a celebrity or anything like that. Just find somebody older that like wants to see you do better. And it's usually gonna be your guidance counselor, but you never know when you're out doing a hobby and some. I'm not saying too old, not like 70, but some someone in their 20s or 30s, maybe 40s. Like if you're wise enough, it depends on your wiseness, but you know, like you just find somebody that just like will tell you some real stuff. Like whatever you're thinking, you could go to them and they'll like tell you like the advice. Like they'll give you good advice because of their life experiences. There's always somebody like that. So I would just suggest like, yo, go find somebody to help you, man. Definitely somebody older because they will. There's so many questions that I had throughout high school, and because I met somebody at work. They just like cleared my head up in 3 weeks. It was crazy, but like like the things that he told me, I will have to carry for the rest of my life to stay sane. So it's just just find somebody that will help you out. That's an important thing.
Yep. And I think that's a wonderful note to end the podcast on. So, yeah, guys, we interviewed Liam here.
Thank you guys for having me. It was a pleasure.
Hey,
Yes,
man,
sir.
the pleasure is ours, man. But yeah, guys, that was the Raw Goats podcast. People, be enlightened and stay enlightened.
And stay sane. I'm gonna switch it up here
All
because
right.
you need to stay sane.
And stay
Stay happy.
Stay happening.
Happy.
happening. Yeah. Hey, why not? Why not? Hey,
That's a good one right there.
exactly. And yeah, people, that's it. See ya.